This right here is one of the best footwear ever in terms of innovation, attention to details, and comfortability. And today in this video, I present to you the Salvages Manifesto sneaker. The Salvages is helmed by Chen and Nicolette Yip, and what initially started as an archival fashion e-commerce platform for Ern's museum quality and iconic garments has now grown organically as a creative outlet and fully fledged clothing label with t-shirts, hoodies, denim, and many more, and of course perhaps the most ambitious piece that they have produced so far, which is their very own sneaker that was created from scratch. I was overwhelmed when I finally had this pair on hand because the details and the quality is out of this world. Every feel, every touch means something, from the construction of the sneaker to the different type of materials that is used. At first glance, the sneaker might intimidate you with how busy and complicated it looks, like how it did to me initially when I first saw them. But the more I see them, and after understanding and appreciating their details, it quickly became one of my favorite sneakers ever. I'm sure we have all been to the snacks and confectionery section in a supermarket and don't really know where to start and what to pick with the amount of choices we have in front of us, and this is exactly how it feels to review this pair right here, but I'll try to start anyway. The entirety of the sneaker is crafted by hand, combining several unlikely materials together to form the ultimate being, like Frankenstein's monster if you will. We have suede on the toe area, lacing panel, mid panel on the right pair, and on the heel area at the back of the left pair. Elk leather in tiny parts at the ankle area, partially on the mudguard, and on the heel area at the back of the right pair. Next, we have smooth full grain leather at the mid panel on the left pair, the front mudguard area, the mid panel area, and lastly at the back panel of the left pair. The shoelace is woven and cream in color with the manifesto word printed on it. Moving on, we have the mesh material on the mid panel of the left pair and at the back panel of the right pair. Next, we have the knit fabric, which covers a good portion of the entire sneaker, spanning from the toe box to the top of the ankle area. They are partially visible from the medial and lateral side of the sneaker as well. There is also a nylon strap alongside the full grain leather at the mid panel and in the form of tongue and heel tab with a striking red to act as a contrast to the white sneaker. On the lateral side of each pair features a 3M logo for the brand, which resembles the letter S. As you can see, there are also a few tiny pieces of green and orange blocks contributed by the asymmetrical outsole design, which provides an additional contrast to the white and creamy sneaker. Notice how irregular the broken knit and revealing threads look next to each other? It's intentional, just like the rest of the sneaker, as the whole concept behind this creation is based on the 1980s postmodern architectural movement called deconstructionism. It is against rules such as form follow function. The visual appearance is broken into pieces, which represents unpredictable and controlled chaos. These are the words described by Chen when asked about the inspiration behind the sneaker design. Anyways, back to the knit details. The broken knit structure consists of 4 spools of mixed color yarns, 4 spools of white yarns, 4 spools of pink yarns, and 1 spool of melting yarn to give stiffness and support. Despite how fragile the threads look, as they lay hanging out from the broken knit, they are totally unbreakable according to Ern. This spectacular feat was made possible as it was designed by Jacob Peterson and developed by Jordi Montana from Kino Design. Moving on, the inner sole is made of pigment-free calfskin leather that molds to your feet as you wear the sneaker, and the sole would ultimately take the form of your feet, which is unique to you yourself, ensuring the best possible fit and comfortability at the end of the day. The brand's name and logo is also embossed in the calfskin leather insole, which provides a very premium touch to it. Another hidden detail that can be seen with the naked eye from the manifesto is the cork insole arch support below the calf leather insole. Cork is lightweight and water resistant, making it the ideal material for sustainable footwear. This very material is what makes it possible for the insole to mold to the shape of our foot, and it also provides shock absorption. Finally, cork is also odor resistant, and it can help to fight off smells because the nature of the material helps in preventing moisture buildup, thus allowing our feet to breathe. There is also a black plush neoprene liner by the Lycra company alongside the ankle area, providing additional support and comfort when worn. Aside from Chen, the other mastermind behind this innovative sneaker is Helen Kirkham, a talented sneaker designer based in the UK, so they connected for about 2 years before finally making the design a reality in production due to production complications because the Manifesto sneaker consists of so many components and each side is different. For those who are not familiar with Helen, her studio specializes in creating one-of-a-kind custom sneakers using recycled sneaker components. So she would reconstruct and deconstruct them so that it would give them a new life and purpose. And finally, the asymmetrical Vibram outsole, which is so intricate and unique because it features a mismatch effect that can be a huge challenge because when planning and designing something as complicated as this, you have to also consider the mass production factor. But at the end of the day, Helen and the Vibram company was able to achieve the desired result, and thus a unique piece of art in a sneaker form is born, known as the Manifesto. Not sure if it's intentional or not, but here's a little hidden detail that I discovered when I was wearing them the other day. So these little leather flaps around the ankle area is actually pretty handy as it provides an additional grip for us to hold and adjust when wearing the sneaker. And it's actually insane how much cool little details there are in this sneaker, because pretty much every time I look at them or when I'm wearing them, I discover something new that I had previously not noticed. Here's the medial section side by side, and they might look the same at first glance, but they are actually very different. The positioning of some of the leather are different, the color tone of different part of the sole is different as well, and like I said time and time again, it's really the small little details like this which makes you appreciate this sneaker more and more. You can feel the true passion by the Salvages team with the amount of details you can see in the process of creating this sneaker. And this felt genuine and original, and you can really feel the sincerity of them trying to create one of the best sneakers ever. I don't have a proof for this or anything to back this up, but I believe that the base form of the Manifesto is inspired by the New Balance 990's version 4, which is the coziest and comfiest pair that I've owned in my sneakers collection as well. I can basically wear them for 10 to 12 hours a day and not feel a single pain on my feet. That's just how good they are. One little downside though is the weight of the Manifesto, as it is heavier than your average sneaker, but understandably so, considering the amount of different leathers and materials used to construct the sneaker. The sizing for these are true to size, and they only come in full size and not half. They cost 70,000 yen, which is about $680. They were actually released in very limited numbers back in 2019 at DSM Ginza, and also their web store, which sold out in minutes, and I was pretty bummed when I missed out on them. But thankfully they released again in 2020 with more retailers picking them out, and I was able to score this pair through Brown's Fashion. They were, in my opinion, the sneaker of the year for 2020 and my personal top 3 favorite sneakers ever. This is pretty much it for the review. I'll wrap it up with some on-foot shots, and at the meantime, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel if you think my content is worth your time. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe and have a nice day.